In 2013, two brothers set out to find a treasure shrouded in mystery and death.
This is the most valuable thing that's ever been found on Oak Island.
We all know about the money pit, the one deep hole that has swallowed fortunes and lives, but new technology has just peeled back the island's skin, and what it revealed has left everyone speechless. Ground-penetrating radar has lit up a massive, sprawling labyrinth of hidden tunnels and secret chambers beneath the surface, far bigger and more complex than anyone ever dared to imagine. The team isn't just digging for a treasure chest anymore. They are exploring a secret underground city, and they may have just found its original entrance, an island of factories and secrets. Let's be honest, for 200 years, the story of Oak Island has been a simple one, a campfire tale told with a wink and a nod. It was a story of pirates, of Captain Kidd's lost loot buried in a single diabolically clever hole called the Money Pit. It was a story of greed, obsession, and the thrill of the chase. But that story, the one we all thought we knew, is over. The team, led by the hopeful and relentless Lagina brothers, always believed they were on the verge of a breakthrough, but they were looking for a key to unlock a treasure chest. What they found instead were the keys to an entire kingdom. Recent discoveries have completely shattered the pirate narrative. We're no longer talking about a chest of gold. We're talking about an industrial-scale operation, a secret factory hidden from the world, with engineering that seems to come from another time. They have found evidence of advanced metallurgy, complex hydraulic systems, and construction techniques that have more in common with the Roman Empire than with a band of 18th century buccaneers. This isn't a treasure hunt anymore. It's an archaeological emergency. The island is giving up its secrets, and they are pointing to a truth that is almost too incredible to believe. Are you ready for this? Because what comes next will make you question everything you thought you knew about history. The game changed on Lot 5. For years, this patch of land was just another piece of the puzzle, but now it looks like the picture on the box. While meticulously scanning the ground, the team uncovered something that made no sense. A perfect, man-made ring of stones, nearly 100 feet from the shore. At first, it was just a curiosity. But as they cleared away the dirt and debris, a stunning theory began to take shape, proposed by architectural artist Barbara Kopak. This wasn't just a random circle of rocks. This was the foundation of a kiln, a massive ancient furnace. Think about that for a second. Why would anyone build a huge industrial kiln on a remote, uninhabited island in Nova Scotia hundreds of years ago? Kilns are loud, they spew smoke and pollution, which is why they were historically built far away from settlements. Lot 5 was the perfect hidden location, with plenty of wood for fuel and easy access to the ocean. The design itself was the biggest shocker. It didn't look like a simple colonial oven. Its shape, its structure, its very engineering was a dead ringer for ancient Roman furnaces discovered across Europe. The resemblance is so striking, so undeniable that it sends a shiver down your spine. But what on earth were they making in this secret furnace? The answer to that question could be the key to the entire Oak Island mystery. The theory that emerged was mind-blowing. What if the kiln wasn't for making bricks or pottery for a settlement? What if it was part of the treasure vault's defense system? The legends have always spoken of intricate flood tunnels, a hydraulic booby trap of evil genius. A system like that would need pipes, lots and lots of pipes. And when Gary Drayton's metal detector screamed over a piece of oddly shaped pottery nearby, the pieces clicked into place. The artifact, which layered Niven dated to the first half of the 18th century, wasn't a piece of a pot. It looked like a section of a conduit, a curved clay pipe with a radius of 12 to 14 inches. Suddenly, the team was looking at the ghost of a massive manufacturing operation. The Romans were masters of moving water, not with single large pipes, but with complex systems of smaller, interconnected clay conduits that allowed them to control pressure and flow with incredible precision. The evidence now suggests that whoever built the Oak Island Vault didn't just dig a hole, they built a factory to produce the very components of their high-tech security system. They were forging the weapons for their war against the future. The sheer scale of this operation is staggering. It implies a large workforce, advanced knowledge of chemistry and engineering, and a level of planning that goes far beyond a few pirates burying their loot. This was a well-funded, long-term project executed by people with a level of technical skill that simply shouldn't have existed in North America at that time. A blueprint written in stone. If a Roman-style furnace wasn't enough to rewrite the history books, the discoveries connected to the island's most mysterious stone structures certainly are. For decades, features like the Great Quadrilateral and Nolan's Cross, a massive perfect Christian cross laid out with multi-ton boulders, have been a source of intense debate. Were they sacred markers left by the Knights Templar, a celestial map pointing to their hidden treasure? Or were they just a random collection of rocks, a trick of the eye? The team just found the answer, and it vindicates the wildest theories. While excavating near the quadrilateral, they found nails. But these weren't the common rose-head spikes they'd been finding from the 1700s. These were different. They were identified as a type of specialized iron pin used for one specific incredible purpose: to bind massive stones together during construction. And where was this advanced engineering technique used? In the 1160s, to build the great cathedrals of Europe like Notre Dame, and to build the Templar fortress at Belvoir Castle in Israel. Let that sink in. The same advanced, almost forgotten construction technology used by the Knights Templar to build their fortresses in the Holy Land has now been found on Oak Island. This is more than a smoking gun. This is a cannon blast. It suggests that the massive boulders of Nolan's Cross and the Quadrilateral weren't just dumped there. They were placed. They were engineered. They are part of a structure, a blueprint laid out on the landscape itself using sacred geometry known to the Templars. This single discovery elevates the Templar theory from a romantic fantasy to a terrifyingly plausible reality. The idea that the Templars, after being betrayed and hunted down in 1307, fled Europe with their immense treasure and holy relics, perhaps even the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant, and buried it all on Oak Island suddenly seems less like a legend and more like a historical event. The evidence is now screaming that several different powerful groups have used this island as a secret vault over the centuries. A Spanish 8 Maravedis coin, cut into quarters to be used as change, proves a significant Spanish presence. British and French military buttons point to a military operation. And now Templar construction techniques point to the most mysterious and powerful order of knights in history. Oak Island wasn't just a hiding place for one group, it was a multi-layered bank vault used by different powers over time, each adding their own layer of secrets and security. For all the focus on artifacts and theories, the most shocking discovery of all may be the one they can't even touch. For years, the hunt has revolved around the money pit and a handful of other shafts. But what if they were only looking at the tip of the iceberg? Armed with the latest ground-penetrating radar technology, the team did what no one before them could. They X-rayed the island. And the image that came back was the stuff of nightmares and dreams. The island is a honeycomb. Beneath the surface lies a massive labyrinthine network of tunnels and chambers, a sprawling underground complex far larger and more intricate than anyone had ever dared to imagine. The money pit isn't the whole story. It's just the welcome mat. This discovery changes everything. It means the original depositors didn't just dig a well, they engineered a subterranean fortress. The question now is, what is the purpose of all these tunnels? Are they all part of the booby trap system? Or do they lead to multiple vaults, multiple chambers, each holding a different secret? This new map of the underworld led the team to re-examine the so-called garden shaft, long thought to be a secondary searcher tunnel. As they pushed deeper, they didn't just find mud, they broke through into a hidden world. They found a perfectly preserved wooden tunnel, its timbers dating back centuries, showing signs of deliberate ancient damage. They were no longer following in the footsteps of old treasure hunters. For the first time, they were inside the original works. And down in that dark, watery shaft, they made another breakthrough. By scraping the walls with an excavator bucket, they pulled up massive hand-hewn beams of ancient wood. Gary Drayton passed his detector over them and got nothing. No signal. The beams were held together without a single nail, a sign of incredibly ancient and sophisticated construction. They may have finally found the entrance to the original discovery shaft, the very first portal into this underground world. Every time the team digs on Oak Island, they find something new. A small rosehead spike from the 1700s was pulled from the dirt. It looked old, but it was perfectly preserved. That tiny piece of metal tells a big story. Someone was here long ago, maybe searching for the same treasure. Then they found another strange item, a heavy, curved piece of iron. Experts said it was part of an ancient tool called an adze, which was used to carve wood. That same shape matched something huge found underground using special radar equipment on Lot 8. This proves someone had been working there centuries ago in a place they once thought was untouched. Every new item they find is like another piece in a giant puzzle. The team is more prepared than ever. They now have a full map of what looks like a maze under the island. It's not just a simple tunnel or hole, it's a massive underground system. And they're not just finding random junk, they're finding real artifacts that connect Oak Island to different parts of the world. Roman coins, French tools, Spanish gear, and symbols linked to the Knights Templar have all been discovered. That means people from faraway places across different times in history were on this island for some reason. But why? Nobody expected this. At first, the story was about pirates and lost treasure, but now it's about something much bigger. It looks like there was a full industrial operation happening underground hundreds of years ago. That doesn't fit with what we know about this part of the world during that time. It's almost like a whole part of history was hidden, and Oak Island is the key to finding it. What's even more exciting is where they are now. The team believes they found the original shaft, the first tunnel ever dug on the island. It's the place many people believe leads straight to the real treasure. Standing there, they feel like they're at the edge of the truth. Everything they've been working toward might finally be coming together. But Oak Island doesn't make anything easy. This mystery has been going on for over 200 years. Many people have tried and failed. Some lost all their money. Others lost their lives. The island seems to fight back whenever someone gets too close. Tunnels collapse, tools break, bad weather rolls in. It's almost like the island doesn't want to give up its secret. It protects whatever is buried beneath it. The team came here to find gold, jewels, or maybe a pirate chest. But they found something even more powerful, a story that connects people and events across the world. A secret so big it could change how we think about history. This isn't just about treasure anymore. It's about truth. So now the question isn't, will they find something? They already have. The question is, what happens next? What if the final discovery is something so big, so shocking, that the world doesn't know how to handle it? What if it changes everything we thought we knew? The final secret of Oak Island is still buried, but not for long. The team is closer than ever. The last door is about to open, and whatever is behind it could change history forever. The truth is closer than ever, but are we even ready to hear it? If Oak Island hides a secret this big, who's been keeping it buried? Like, subscribe, and stay digging.